So when we come to problems like this, the secant squared and tangent squared thing are kind of like these that we did before with the squared outside, but this is sort of the way that you write it. You're squaring the output, the ratio, and not squaring the angle. So it's not a 45 squared. It's whatever the result is here. So secant, this is 1 over the cosine of 45 minus sine, and that's cosine squared, sine squared of 45 over cosine squared 45. Well, the cosine of 45 is root 2 over 2. So if I said root 2 over 2, that would be for the cosine. But since it's 1 over, I'm going to flip-flop that. So it's 2 over the square root of 2 minus, and then we've got the same thing basically over itself. Root 2 over 2 over root 2 over 2. Okay, so the this basically, I could do all kinds of rationalizing and reducing and all that, but the bottom line is that's something over itself, which is equal to 1. And, oh, by the way, they're all squared. Okay, because the cosine squared of 45 is the result squared. So this thing right here, 2 squared is 4, and root 2 squared is 2. So that's a 2, because 4 over 2 is equal to 2, minus 1. And 2 minus 1 equals 1. So this is 1. We see a theme here. All the ones previously, it says evaluate the expression, and essentially we're, at this point, kind of confirming that that all these basically become 1, because that seems to be the trend. Cosecant, 1 over sine, pi over 3 squared, minus the cotangent, which is cosine squared, 60 over sine squared 60. I'm finally remembering the squareds now. Okay, 1 over sine, it's a tall triangle in the first quadrant, which is the root 3 over 2. So if I flip-flop because it's upside down, then it's a 2 over root 3, but it's squared. Minus, and the cosine of 60 degrees, that's the x value, it's 1/2, over square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so cancel the 2's, and those are squared also, squared and squared. You square this, you get a 4 over 3. Okay, you reduce this, the 2's cancel, you still end up with a minus 1 over 3, which simplifies to be 3 over 3, which, as we all know, equals 1.